Greetings and salutations everyone, Crimson Nero here, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we got the big Goron sword, and we have also opened up this mysterious place. I wonder what it is. Let's head inside. And in this episode, we are going to... Oh no! No, 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 no! Yeah, we're going through the water temple. Oh, goodness gracious, for all that is good and decent. Why? Yeah, probably one of the more infamous, probably one of the most infamous dungeons in all of Zelda history. This place has people who love it, others, most people, who hate it. I really don't know where the heck I fall. I mean, I can definitely see where you can hate it. I can definitely see where you guys are coming from that opinion. But in all seriousness, as long as you know where you're going, I think you'll be fine. Let's head down into the water. Also, I don't really want to try it, but is it actually possible to get through this entire dungeon without using the Zora tunic? I actually want to know. I guess you have to be fast underwater and hi.
Oh, you. If I'm right, Nero?
Yep, that's me.
You're Nero, aren't you?
Yeah, and you seem familiar.
It's me, your fiancé, Ruto.
What? Jeez. 7 years have been good to you. You're looking good.
Princess of the Zoras.
Yeah, even Link's like, but what?
I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting for those 7 long years.
Hey, it's not my fault that I was chosen by destiny and all that stuff.
But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain. Totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet...
Hey, your father's fine. I helped him. So yeah, you can mark that part off. However, saving the Zora people would probably be a good thing. So yeah, let's do that.
I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain.
Well, that makes 2 of us, because I don't want one of my favorite places in this game to be completely barren of life.
You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who is going to be your wife.
Did I ever agree to that 100%? I don't know.
Nero, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay?
Okay.
Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me, quickly.
Okay, well then I shall follow you upwards. So yeah, the gimmick of this dungeon is that we have to change the water level. A lot. What are you looking at? So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why people don't really like this place all that much, is because you have to do, if you don't know how to do it right, you can really screw yourself up, and that's not good. Ow. And these guys are, I believe, known as spikes. And all you have to do is just hit them once for their spikes to retract, and then hit them again to actually kill them when they look like a rock. If you don't get that close to them, then they just turn back into rocks, and you can take them out with your hook shots. Rather simple, that. So, yeah, dungeon map right here. And yeah, like I was saying, if you don't know what you're doing in this place, it can become a rather big nightmare. And if you ever see any of... and like Ruto said, if you look at these, there are 3 places in the dungeon, 1 on each floor that you can change the water level to. You can play Zelda's Lullaby at them, and they will change the water level. Okay, so... let's get our bow and arrows out. So yeah, another complaint that some people might have with this is that you always have to constantly go into the pause menu to equip your iron boots. However, they fixed that with the 3DS remake of this game. They actually made it so that you could just equip them on the bottom screen, I believe. I haven't actually played the remake, but do I really need to? I mean, I already have this port for the Wii, so really... Also, these guys, what are they called? Shell Blades! Pretty much just get close to them and they'll open their mouth and then you just shoot your hook shot at them and then they die, hopefully. Otherwise, they have to be rather quick about it, otherwise they'll ram you with their needle butts. Die. And yeah, there are a lot of chests in this dungeon, a lot of them having small keys in them. So yeah, make sure that you get as many as possible because, yeah, some of the backtracking may involve you having to go back and get more keys. Trust me, it's kind of a bear to do that constantly, but if you know what you're doing, or if you look up a guide or anything like that, hopefully it will help you. Trust me, I tried doing this the other day, and it didn't really work out in my favor all that well, so... yeah, I think it's a good thing that I actually ran through this one time before this run because, yeah, I accidentally forgot to do a certain step, and trust me, I'll explain what I missed later, and trust me, I looked around the map endlessly. I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to finish this? Well, let's just say I'll show you how to do it so you don't end up like I did in my previous run, looking around the map like a complete idiot and not knowing what the heck you're doing. And get away from me, Shellblade. I don't want to talk to you no more. So, yeah, a couple weeks ago, I went on my spring break, and I went to the Deutschland, or for those of you who don't speak Deutsch or German, I went to Germany, and it was a lot of fun. I went with my school, I went with the choir that I'm in at school, and we got to sing in various cathedrals and also a palace, and it was utterly really fun. It was seriously a lot of fun. It was just all over, just a fantastic time. Our choir director and also the chaperones that went with us, they were very pleased with our behavior on the trip, and also they were very happy with our singing abilities. And we all had a very fun time. Most of the time I was just kind of hanging by myself and just kind of enjoying the scenery and everything else that was going on in the various parts of the German landscape, and I have to say I had a very fun time just kind of being alone. But when I wasn't alone, I was either singing or I was hanging out with a couple of my friends, and we were just going to various parts of towns and other places and small villages and also the countryside. So yeah, that was very fun. Also, when I got back from Germany, I purchased a few things, including a Nintendo 3DS. I got the Aqua Blue type, and I have to say I've been having a lot of fun. I also purchased 2 games, which would be Kid Icarus Uprising and Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked, which is a remake of Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor for the Nintendo DS, which came out in 2009. I beat the game once. And I was very happy. But then, right as I wanted to play it again, like start going through the story again and try to get the other endings, I couldn't find my copy of the game. I don't know where the heck it went. Pretty much once I beat it, it was just gone. It's seriously, right at the moment that I beat the game, beat the game's story, or at least I got the ending that I got. After that, I just don't know where the heck my copy went. It just kind of disappeared right into thin air. But but all is good. I have a new copy. I definitely enjoyed this remake. It's very nice. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun playing through that and Kid Icarus. But also, I am playing through... well, because I also purchased this game, I got a copy of Final Fantasy XIII, the Collector's Edition, which included a 4-disc soundtrack, a little bit of concept art, a small book called Final Fantasy XIII Episode 1. I haven't read it entirely yet, but it seems pretty darn good. And I think it came with also a couple other things. And yeah, it was rather cool. I haven't beaten the game yet, but I'm definitely having a lot of fun with it. And it's just a really fun game to go through. But there's a lot to do. Hence why I also purchased the collector's edition of the strategy guide, just because I wanted to get 100%. I wanted to get 100% because I'm like that. So yeah, I got that, and so yeah, I got the Nintendo 3DS. I got Devil Survivor Overclocked, Kid Icarus Uprising, Final Fantasy 13-2, the guide to Final Fantasy 13-2, and also, as a little unexpected pleasant surprise, I also got I got a special Mii on my Mii Plaza in Street Pass on my Nintendo 3DS because the 1-year anniversary of the Nintendo 3DS reaching American shores had actually happened right after I got my 3DS. And for those who have a Nintendo 3DS, you probably noticed, hey look, I have Reggie's Mii! Yep, Reggie, the guy who's really popular among Nintendo of America. So yeah, we all have his Mii now if we have a Nintendo 3DS. So yeah, that was a rather pleasant and unexpected surprise. So yeah, I'm having fun with all my crazy gizmos and gadgets, and I had fun in Germany. And yeah, overall, I've just had a very fun time. So yeah, some of you have either already had your spring break in its entirety, or you're currently having your spring break right now. If you have, if you've done either one of the two, tell me where you either went or what you did. I would really like to know. I want to know what other people have been up to in various parts of the world. I know that a few of my friends went to China for a Model UN conference. I went to China last summer, and I have to say I had a lot of fun, mainly because, well, I take Chinese, and also the fact is I like Asian culture. So yeah, if you guys are going off and having your various spring break related activities, I bid you, I really hope that you guys have a fun time, as well as I hope that you have safe travels and return safely to whatever destination you are going to. I hope that you guys have a lot of fun, and I hope that you guys tell me what you guys were up to. I really like to know. So yeah, post them in the comments. So yeah, that's pretty much the current status of what's going on, and now I pretty much run out of everything I wanted to talk about in this entire dungeon. Whoop-de-doo! So yeah. Oh, also another thing, Easter. Yeah, Easter is coming up very soon. Yeah. Jesus being crucified on the cross, and also he rescued us from our sins. That's rather nice. I mean, sins are bad. I don't really want to bring up religion, but but heck, it's Easter. It's supposed to be a rather joyous occasion. It's kind of bittersweet, but you know what? I'm just gonna kind of drop the topic right there because I don't really want to get into major debates or anything. So yeah. Easter's coming up. I hope that you guys have fun and stay safe. So yeah, just kind of enjoy yourselves. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we've covered everything I really wanted to talk about in pretty much this entire dungeon. So yeah, after this part, I really have nothing else to talk about. Maybe the dungeon, I might talk about that. Other than that, I really can't think of anything else that I really want to talk about. least I can help you guys get through this convoluted dungeon place. Okay, so, you know how I said in the Forest Temple how you mainly want to have 2 keys on you at almost all almost all times? Well, we're about to break that rule. At this point, you want to have 3 keys on your person, because otherwise you're going to have to do some backtracking, and that would not be fun for any of us. So, yeah, you guys should be very happy that I did a run of this before, because, well, let's just say if I hadn't, it would have been bad. I would have been running all over the place, not knowing what the heck to do, and yeah, it would have been really bad to watch. Yeah. That's pretty much about it. I mean, I've gotten everything that I wanted to talked about. I got that all accomplished, so we're about to get another small key, which sometimes people miss, and sometimes that's why people say that this dungeon is impossible. But if you know what you're doing, then trust me, this dungeon can become a lot easier and a lot less frustrating. So, in the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we are going to continue venturing through the Water Temple. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode as well as the series so far. I hope that you guys have very splendid and safe spring breaks. And I hope that you guys return for the next episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm Crimson Nero. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Until then, everyone, fare thee well.
Ah.